On Wednesday, September 24, 2025, a day like any other in Dallas was shattered by an act of sudden and unexpected violence. An individual later identified as 29-year-old Joshua Jahn approached an Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility and began firing indiscriminately. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving chaos in its wake. When the shooting stopped, the grim reality became clear. One detainee had been killed, 2 other people were left with injuries. The incident immediately sent shockwaves through the community and across the nation, not just for its violence, but for the perplexing questions that would soon follow about the man who carried it out. The event concluded with Jahn taking his own life, dying from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at the scene. This prevented any possibility of a trial or direct questioning. The man identified by multiple sources as the shooter was Joshua Jahn. He was 29 years old. His past offered few, if any, clear warning signs. Public records revealed little suggesting a predisposition for extremist violence. A decade earlier, he'd been charged with delivering marijuana, a minor offense. It hardly predicted his final fatal actions. He was registered to vote as an independent in Oklahoma, and he had only voted once, in the 2024 general election. That limited political engagement made the attack on a federal institution baffling. Authorities began constructing a timeline of Jahn's life leading up to the attack. He was not on any watch lists, nor was he known to law enforcement for violent tendencies. His early digital footprint showed no ties to radical groups, and it showed no history of making public threats. By most accounts, he appeared ordinary. That lack of an escalating path made it hard for investigators to find a trigger. His brother, Joshua Jahn, was among the first to express shock and confusion. The most consistent and striking detail to emerge from interviews with Joshua Jahn's friends and family was his profound lack of interest in politics. His brother, Joshua Jahn, repeatedly told reporters he was stunned by the anti-ICE messaging connected to the shooting.
He didn't have strong feelings about ICE as far as I knew, Noah stated.
Emphasizing his brother was not engaged with politics on either side. This sentiment was echoed by nearly everyone who spoke about Jahn's life. They painted not a man consumed by ideology, but someone almost entirely outside political discourse, making his final act a shocking contradiction. A former friend who'd known him since age 8 provided a similar account. Speaking to Newsweek, the friend was adamant Jahn was never really into politics, especially politicians. That long-term view offered a counter-narrative to him being a political extremist. While Joshua Jahn appeared to have little interest in traditional politics, friends pointed to the chaotic, provocative world of internet culture. One former friend explained Jahn's politics were the 4chan sense, contrarian, provocative, boundary-pushing for laughs, not conviction. This insight provides a crucial lens through which to view his behavior. On platforms like 4chan, extreme statements are often used not to express genuine belief, to shock, to provoke, to ironically detach from sincere emotion. This culture may have shaped how Jahn interacted with the world around him. This immersion in irony-laden internet spaces eventually began to strain his real-world relationships. A friend told journalist Ken Klippenstein he had been forced to distance himself because Jahn had become, in his words, unbearable. Jahn started taking his 4chan irony into daily interactions, which alienated those around him. That edgelord behavior led to gradual social isolation. Every mutual friend drifted away. He was increasingly losing his connection to others, retreating into a world where provocative behavior was celebrated. In the aftermath of the Dallas ICE facility shooting, what remains most prominent is the profound sense of confusion. The incident stands as a chilling anomaly, defying the typical narratives that accompany such acts of violence. Joshua Jahn was not a known extremist, had no history of political activism, and was described by everyone close to him as fundamentally apolitical. Yet he died carrying out an attack on a federal building with ammunition that explicitly targeted a government agency. This stark contradiction leaves investigators, his family, and the public with far more questions than answers, and the truth may have died with him. The impact on those who knew Joshua Jahn has been one of deep shock and sorrow. His brother Noah is left to grapple with the memory of a sibling he thought he knew, now forever linked to a violent public act that makes no sense to him. The investigation continues, with the FBI meticulously examining every piece of evidence for a clue that might unlock the motive. The anti-ICE messages on the bullet casings are a central focus, but their meaning remains ambiguous.